Hey guys, it's Delaney here. First I wanted to show off my beautiful new creation. If I remember, I will do a tutorial on this one. It looks actually quite cool from the back. Let's see if I can show you. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely not something you see. Just one more time. It's definitely not something you would see every day, but I don't know, I kind of like it. It's got the hanging rope braids kind of have a imperialistic feel, if my hair was a bun, and then it just kind of goes with that. And I've kind of, the draping braids. So, one of the things too is that, I'll do another hair tutorial soon, if not soon, like today, on how to do a 5-strand rope braid, and then something like this will be easy to do, as long as you know how to part hair. Even then, mine is not by any means perfect. I usually like it in the middle. But I just kind of want to check in with you guys. Also, I wanted to just kind of talk for a minute. So, just kind of pointing out some things, like, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. In my life, I've noticed that, it's just kind of something that I've had a conversation with about, with a few people, especially coworkers. And one of the things is that, just I've noticed, and something that is kind of my own personal philosophy, one of the things that I've found in everyone is that there is good, and that the people worth seeking out are the ones who have more of it in them. Or the ones that are at a similar level to you. Sorry. OCD. But, one of the things is that when they, and that's the whole point, is that, I'm such a firm believer in just equality of mind, giving everyone a chance before you judge them, and, choosing to put aside any form of prejudice. And I know this sounds shallow, but I'm trying to make it so it's not, because I don't intend it to be. But I'm not a fan of racism, of sexism, of hating someone strictly because they believe a certain thing. In my opinion, you don't need to hate someone if you don't know them. In fact, I think it's impossible to truly hate someone unless you know them. And the weird thing about that is, like, one of my favorite quotes is by the author of Ender's Game. I forgot his name. But one of the things that the character figures out really quickly is, if I were to know the enemy enough to understand them, I would have to love them. And that's the thing, is you can't hate someone if you give them a chance, because there's good in everyone. And it's almost impossible to hate good things. I don't understand how you can, but when you find good, when you find value in everyone, then I don't know what to tell you, because, and so, I don't know, I see someone, my town is not very diverse. Maybe that's that's my way of rebelling against my society, is that I have to love everything, all the minorities. And I don't necessarily love them, but I enjoy the presence of minorities, which is really weird. But I enjoy meeting new people and different cultures, different from my culture, because I've grown up in my culture. I've had enough of it. I want to see and hear other things, and, see the world from different perspectives. I think that's because I seek beauty. And so that's just kind of my perspective. Through my experience, I think the world is a beautiful place, and you just have to seek it. And it's pretty easy to find. You know, beauty is not something that hides, but it doesn't mean it's, you know, and I'm not just talking about outside beauty, I'm talking about, especially about inner beauty. Look at me. I'm not the most outsidely, or physically attractive person. That's a fact, and I kind of I've never really cared, because I'm a little more focused on my inner beauty, and I'm trying to develop that. I found that the world is a lot nicer to you when you're a lot nicer to the world. And I mean, yeah, there's exceptions to every rule and blah blah blah, but it doesn't mean it's not worth trying, because if you don't try, the answer is always no. Sorry, I wish that's a really cool quote as well. But I just wanted to say that, you know, in this world is such a beautiful place. And I'm just trying to remind everyone that there is good and there is beauty out there worth seeking if you can find it. And I'm pretty sure everyone can find it. You don't have to look very hard. So that's my little spiel for the day. It's a little bit shorter. Usually I rant forever. But thanks for watching. See you on the next video.